coming.
Yeah, so she's now the meetup contact too.
It's the Career Seeker Show. We're back live on WPPM LP Philadelphia from the beautiful Philly Cam Studios, right on the doorstep of Independence Hall and the Liberty Bell. We bring you the second half of the show where we have invited Tiffany Alberta, Sherry Wherry, Program Manager for Urban Tech and New Choices, representing the Urban League of Philadelphia. New Choices, I believe, is a PA women's work.
Absolutely.
I guess initiative. I can call it that. I can call it an initiative. I was sharing earlier today, you know, in this world of recruitment and human resources and job development and just supporting career seekers, you know, there are certain people that are out here doing it and doing it well. And Sherry is one of those people, evident by the fact that today I happened to walk into an event at the Salvation Army in Winfield Heights. And I look up, and Sherry is walking through the door. We were both on the same panel, so it was great for me to sit back and take pictures of her doing what she does and tell everybody that she's going to be on my show a little later. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Sherry Wherry is in the building. Sherry, what's good?
Everything's going well. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, you know what, family, this is what we do, right?
Absolutely.
So I want to introduce you real quick to somebody you're going to see, Tiffany Sutherland.
Hello. Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I want to introduce you also to Alberta Bertolino. So let me explain this. So Tiffany provides kind of the career coaching component to the show. Alberta provides the recruitment component to the show. And I just sit back and kind of learn from these two. And then we have my man, Will Martin, cameraman extraordinaire. He is in the building.
An
Yeah, so
idea generator.
idea generator, yes.
Wow.
Hold on. Creator of Alberta's articles.
Hashtag apparently I need to use it.
So Sherry, look, we are excited to have you today. Just so thankful that you took some time out of your busy schedule to come through and hang out with the Career Seekers team. But I guess first I want to know, tell us about what's happening. Like, tell me about your job.
So I work for the Urban League of Philadelphia, which is an organization that's all about advocacy and empowerment of disenfranchised individuals. So one, just being part of the Urban League, you're part of the bigger mission of really giving back and helping those who need additional support and access to opportunities. And so I specifically work with two programs. It's the Urban Tech Jobs Training Program and then the New Choices. Urban Tech is an IT job training program for long-term unemployed adults. We help individuals to, jumpstart their careers or to advance in their careers within the IT job sector. And then we have New Choices, which Ken is going to be our primary instructor for.
Shout out to Ken. Oh, that's me. Yeah. I'm going to be the facilitator for
the facilitator
New
extraordinaire.
Yes.
So excited to have you on board.
Thank you.
And this program is really is focused on helping single mothers and homemakers and really anyone in transition in the Philadelphia area to be better equipped to re-enter the job force and to be on a path to really family sustaining wages.
Oh, that's awesome. It really is. Both parts of that.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Thank you. Outstanding work. I know you said this program is for, what did you say again, actually?
For Urban Tech or for New Choices?
New Choices.
So with New Choices, this program is for single mothers, homemakers, or anyone that is in transition right now in the Philadelphia area to put them on a path to be equipped to obtain family-sustaining wages.
All right, so let's put this on the table right now. How do people find out information about this, or how do they register for this program?
So you can actually contact me directly. My email address is swherry, that's SWHERRY, at urbanleaguephila.org, or you can just give me a call at 215-985-3220, and my extension is 212.
Is there a schedule for this actual class? When will these classes take place?
There is a schedule. So right now we actually are doing orientation this week and next week. This Friday at 10 a.m. or next Thursday at 1 p.m. You can come to the Urban League, which is located at 121 South Broad, to attend orientation. You only need to attend one. You don't have to attend both, even if you're really excited about the program. You can come to one orientation. After you do orientation, then you start the courses. And the program is a 5-week training program starting February 26th. And so Mondays and Wednesdays, Ken will be heading up the classes at the Philadelphia Free Library at the South Broad branch, and shout out to them. They've been an awesome partner with really providing the space for the program. And then on Tuesdays, the participants will be at the Urban League of Philadelphia from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh wow, that's so comprehensive.
Yeah.
So how many times a year is this program running? So I guess I'm thinking if someone, let's say they miss this opportunity, they won't be able to make orientation and they can't make it to this start. Is there another opportunity then for them to join?
There is. This current contract year ends June 30th, but we'll be doing one more cohort. It's going to be starting in April. We haven't finalized the dates for that yet, but it's either going to be the first or second week in April. So if you miss out on this first cohort, you can definitely come and join in for one more opportunity before the contract year ends.
Okay. So as part of the orientation, though, too, do you vet any of them to make sure that they fit into your criteria, or when they call you to talk about it, is that?
Yeah, so when individuals call or email me, you can get more information about the program. To be quite honest, the program, what I like about it is that it's very accessible.
Great.
And so really, if you're a single parent, if you're a homemaker, or just anyone in transition, whether you're underemployed or unemployed, you can come into the program.
Okay,
and so that's the one thing I really appreciate how PA Women Works has set up this program, is that as many people as possible can get access, to this program, to be equipped to be able to now have a profitable career.
Right, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then, so I guess, what are some of the features or some of the the topics that'll be covered in the program?
So the program is holistic in nature, and we'll discuss some job readiness tips. So, how to edit your resume. Ken will be heading that up, and talking about what to to do, or how to carry yourself, how to express your professional story during the interview process, understanding corporate culture. But then there's a holistic element in it where we'll also be discussing financial literacy, digital literacy, building your self-confidence, and also building upon your communication and listening skills. Because we don't want individuals to just get a job and we can celebrate and say we met our outcomes where we now got in place. We want individuals to be successful, to be able to keep the job.
Absolutely.
And to keep progressing and to keep growing even long after they've completed the program with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was looking at the curriculum, and one of the interesting things, you're in the class for maybe a week and a half before we even start discussing career and job stuff. It's really self-reflective,
That's great.
learning about the people in the class with you, but really just as a way, almost if you started a job, how you would kind of meet your coworkers, right? Kind of that onboarding process, and then it kind of goes into yourself, like what do you know about yourself? And then you start some of the job search and some of the career-based pieces of the curriculum. But I just thought it's so interesting to see people grow in the process. So outstanding.
And then to your point that you want to see them grow beyond the class, is there any chance for them to follow up with you afterwards, or they're...
Absolutely. Once someone comes into the program, they're connected with all of us at the Urban League. You're now part of the Urban League family. You have an opportunity to be able to join our distribution list that we send out, so you'll get updates about everything that's going on. But more importantly, you have direct numbers to the staff, so you can always call back and get any type of assistance. We're not, going to just... stop talking to you, just because the program is over. It's an open door for you to always come back, share your successes, give some additional help. With the Urban League, we offer a variety of services. So even if it's not that directly related to New Choices, there may be something else that we can help you, to increase your level of success in.
So New Choices starting, the next information session is?
So it's this Friday at 10 a.m.
This Friday, 10 a.m.
At the Urban League, 121 South Broad Street.
Yes, and if someone wants to attend that session, they need to...
So it will be best for you to call or email so we can be prepared to handle the crowd.
Sure.
But you are more than welcome just to come in and to show up that day on Friday.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. 215-985-3220 at
Yes.
the Urban League.
Extension 212.
Yes.
Hey now.
And you'll directly get Sherry Wherry.
You'll get Sherry Wherry. And yes, that is her name.
Yes, Sherry Wherry.
I
It is
checked
my
it out.
real
I did
name.
check it out, too.
Yes, it does rhyme, and I have so much fun with it. Like, trust, I really do.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
No, what you do have a lot of fun with it because I noticed that your website is sherrywherry.com.
Yes, so I have some other things that I, do outside of work. I love what I do with the Urban League, but I also have some other passions that,
Yes.
that I'm currently in the process of really working in and manifesting.
Mhm.
So I have a book out. It's called Walking Through the Pain. It's an
Okay.
inspirational novel that I actually published almost 2 years ago now. It came out April 2016.
So remember we were talking about the writers for Valentine's?
Yeah, here we are.
Not the ones that are talking about walking through the pain.
Not-
Not that group of writers. Not that group of writers.
well, it turns out look at how great she's doing. So it turned out well. So Valentine's Day,
Is
you
this
know,
book?
she's in red for Valentine's
She
Day.
is.
Right.
kind of
Celebrating
red.
love, all into
Right,
that.
right.
Okay.
There we go.
Know what? I believe on the cover of the book, the person has a red coat on.
It does.
Yes.
Yes, and so people tend to think that it's me on the cover, but it's not. But yes, the individual is in a red trench coat, and had that just to bring a subliminal message to express rage and pain and the frustration that comes through just life really not going the way that you want it to go. And so with this book, it's about expressing the reality of what we go through, but then also paving this path to hope to say that you can overcome it.
Yes.
And no matter what challenges, barriers, hurt, or mistakes that you've made, that's not the end of you, and that's also not who you are. You're greater than all of that. And so this book is really about giving an opportunity for individuals to explore how they can move on and be equipped to be better even after the pain, the mistakes, and the hurt that they've experienced.
I feel inspired already.
That's what we do. It's the Career Seeker Show on WPPM-LP Philadelphia. We do it every Wednesday. We inspire you, AB.
That's right.
And we do it by providing your only source for career and job search information. Hit us up, 215-923-9776. Sherry Wherry in the building, speaking about walking through the pain right now. But Sherry, so I know that you've been able, now was this the original plan? Because it's my understanding that you've been able to take this book and take your work with the book and leverage it into opportunities to support people outside of it.
Yes, absolutely. So I've actually done several workshop series based off of the book where I've partnered with a counseling center actually in New Jersey. Shout out to RS Counseling and Wellness Center. Where Sharia Farmer is the executive director and lead therapist there. And so with it, what I was able to do is to take the concepts and the lessons from this book and then come at it from a emotional wellness perspective and do a workshop series that's titled Walking Through the Pain, Practical Steps to Emotional Wellness. And so I've done the workshop series a couple of times in person now, and now I'm actually in the process of working with Sharia, with the RS Counseling Wellness Center, to offer it online as well.
Oh, wow.
So now individuals who can't make it out to Jersey for their classes can take it in the comfort of their own home and still get access to the material.
No, well, that's
awesome.
really
Yeah,
good. We had an intern here at WPPM who refused to go to Jersey. She simply refused to go to Jersey.
I think she just didn't feel that there was any need for her to go there.
Okay,
So I think that's
I'm very supportive of that.
We're sorry, Allison. He's been
Allison, we missed you. I'm trying to get her back. I'm trying to get her to call back in. You know you're doing something good when Tiff South says, When you get that, I'm like, yeah, you're delivering really some good stuff.
I just think it's awesome the way that you have combined your passions in so many intentional ways to do the work that matters to you, both in your work with the Urban League and then outside of work. And we were talking about that a little bit earlier about the importance of knowing kind of who you are and how that will then inform how you show up at work in a variety of ways. So can I just ask, what inspired you to write the book? Like, did you always want to write a book, and then you kind of, and you said an inspirational novel, which is something I haven't really heard of that concept before. But yeah, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, definitely. So part of it came from wanting to be a published author and just being able to say that, because I've always been into writing. I actually started off writing poetry. They were not always great, but I was proud of them.
I had some shady poems too. I hear you. I was like, what was I?
Right.
Right.
That time period.
Yeah.
It's like like, wow, Sherry, where you had an interesting life.
Right.
But,
You know what?
you know.
We might have another segment. We might have another segment.
No.
But most
No.
importantly, it really came out of my experience. I haven't had a perfect life. Like, I've had experiences that have been devastating and traumatic, but because of my faith, because my faith is really integral to who I am and my success, and also because of the support who people were there where we were like, let me carry you through this. So that is all into the book. So that the inspirational novel is not my story, but there's pieces of my story in there in order to make it really authentic and relatable. And so what I tell people is that no, the events that happen have never happened to me, but my pain is there. And there's some similarities, like for instance, the main character, she grew up in Cleveland, shout out to Cleveland, and now moves to Philly. You know, she has a younger brother, I have a younger brother, the age difference is different. When I moved to Philly, I didn't understand the terminology of John, was totally confused by storytelling.
I'm still
Understanding
trying to
John is
understand.
that everything can be John. Like
I know, and I was so confused.
Everything.
And so that's in the
I'm
book.
still
But yeah.
confused.
it's like the best
Right.
word in English language. It can
Right.
mean everything.
It really
Yes.
is.
Okay.
It is. Good,
But you know,
bad,
really, yeah. So the purpose behind that book is all about really relaying my own story of overcoming my own pain and still being able to be successful, still be able to be fulfilled and happy and whole. You know, there's so much brokenness, and I saw a lot of that just within the community, growing up in the hood. You know, is that you see so much brokenness, and there's not always enough resources or the people with the capacity to be able to relate to the devastation and the hurt, but then also not everyone is capable of building that trust too, you know, because you can't come in saying you people this.
Right.
You have to understand, you know, the historical and the cultural implications and the backstory to why people are where they are. And so the book is my first attempt to be able to reach people who otherwise would not be reached, or who wouldn't even reach out because, you know, just they don't even trust themselves or trust other people to even try to be whole.
You know, Tiffany B, when I first found out about Sherry's book, I started thinking just about the story component. And of course, Tiff, anytime I hear story, I think of you. But also I started thinking about Dr. Sylvia LaFair and kind of what she does and that unique, like her book Unique, and I guess Bring Yourself to Work and things of that nature. But, you know, a big piece of her work, as I understand it, is teaching people how to kind of own their story
Right.
and to move forward within it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And just you know, a piece of what you were speaking about, like I keep hearing that and hearing her, and I was telling Sherry that I'm going to make the introduction to Dr. LaFair
Yeah,
because I
definitely
just think it
appreciate
needs to
that.
happen.
Yeah, excited about that. And just excited just for an opportunity just to serve, you know, with it, you know, even, you know, with the Urban League, like all of that is what my clients get when they come into the program. Like, no, I'm not promoting Sherry Wherry in the book, but you know, what it is that my services are influenced by my care and my compassion and that experience so that individuals are really getting what they need, even if they don't realize it. Subconsciously, it's like you're getting that impartation of compassion and confidence to be able to equip you to not just meet more program outcomes, but really to have a more fulfilled life. So that's what we do.
And you know, and that's a big piece with new choices, like we
Yes.
mentioned. Like I know I've had people that have been a part of PA Women Works programming with Grow and things of that nature, where some of the students started crying in the sessions because it's really an
Like
opportunity.
that.
Like it gets it kind of it hits home.
Yeah.
And you know that's not the intention, but sometimes you gotta
can't
get that
get
breakthrough to
you
move
can't
forward.
skip over
Yes.
that.
Right.
And
Well,
that
A
No.
lot of people forget that it is a form of PTSD. Like your
Yes.
your whole
Absolutely.
upbringing and everything
Right.
is post traumatic.
and
Absolutely.
people carry that stuff, and the real issue is that people will because we have gone past it in the sense that we are no longer going through the experience. There's a misconception that you've actually healed from it,
Yes.
and that
That
stuff
is so true.
and that stuff keeps coming back up. And like
Absolutely.
lack of confidence is informed not just by you not necessarily knowing how to perform in an interview, but do you actually believe that you deserve this opportunity?
Yes.
Right? And like
Right.
if you can't get at that stuff, then it's just going to layer and layer and layer, and you'll be trying to put a Band-Aid over, you know, over a stab wound. Like, and it just
Absolutely.
won't get, I don't even mean to be that
Hold
violent.
on. Let me number 4. Number 4.
Okay.
You hear me?
For
Yeah.
LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that
Tiffany
was
Southern.
awesome.
That's because Sherry's over here dropping these gems over here.
But
you
it's
know?
so true, with this, and a lot of times, we have these initiatives that have great intentions to bring people in and to meet these, these concrete goals. But, really, you're not going to be able to have true success, like I said, until you get to the root of it. And so I appreciate the fact that I'm part of programs that really try to get to the root of it and build it up. Like Ken said, we don't start right off first day of class. Here's what you need to do for your resume. It's like, no, let's think about your goals. Where do you see yourself? Let's start planning and have you to see yourself beyond where you are. And then let's get into the resume and the editing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and a big piece of New Choices. I always tell people that are interested in the program, grow any PA Women Work program, they're going to be required to read, and the piece of that is internalization. Like, I could read it to you and you just won't take it for what it is.
Right.
But when you're reading it with yourself or to yourself with the class, it changes the whole dynamic of the wording.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it just you start hearing it and feeling it. And I always tell people, I know you guys don't want to come in here and read. It's 10 in the morning. But look, if you need to get your coffee, do what you need to do. I'll push back for a second. We'll just run through. But I need you to be ready.
Yeah.
And so I think after maybe about a week or two, people start to understand that this is for them.
Yes.
Like, not to say I'm cool, but I'm really here to drive home this job stuff.
Right.
But I'm here to support you as well in this particular
As you do
piece
the
of
other
it. Yeah,
work.
right. As you do the other work.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. Like, I've seen people in 5-6 weeks that I just didn't think they were going to make it. Some of them, I'm like, wow, like, really, this is where we're at right now.
blossom.
Yeah, this is where we're at. So
they just need the opportunity.
Absolutely.
So many of these people, and even in the opportunities that I've had to present to present to Kenneth's class before, you just tell, like, people have been working. People want to be productive, right? They want to contribute. They want to provide for themselves. They want, but so many of them haven't been given an opportunity, or they've been blocked in different ways. And some people show up more committed than others. But this is a space for them that they often haven't ever gotten before, to look and be like, oh, wait a minute, what do I actually want to do? Because they've been so busy, like, I just need to survive.
Yeah.
And that's a completely different conversation.
Yes.
It's a completely different conversation.
Actually, the tagline for my book is, when survival isn't enough,
Ooh.
start walking through the pain.
Girl.
So to make that transition where it's just like,
I'm
because you
looking at you
mentioned that
totally
earlier.
different.
When survival
Yes,
Yeah,
when
wow.
survival,
Respect for
yes,
you,
when
wow.
survival isn't enough, start walking through the pain. Because with it, survival is, we're not meant to merely
to
exist.
just survive.
We are meant and created to thrive and to conquer and to really be
You
bigger
about to start
and better.
preaching. I hear it. We are meant to have life and life more abundantly. That's where I heard that
Absolutely.
going. That's where I heard that going. Like,
Right, yes.
it's true.
It is. It's so
love
true.
it.
So true.
Sherry Wherry, ladies and gentlemen. Check her out, SherryWherry.com. Sherry, for our listeners, I want you to touch base on a couple different things. First,
Okay.
let's get your personal stuff out the way. How can they find the book and any information about you on that level?
So right now I actually have a Valentine's Day special. So you can go to my website, SherryWherry.com. And so you can go to SherryWherry.com to be able to purchase a print copy of the book. But it's also available in ebook version, and really you can purchase it anywhere books are sold online. So Amazon,
Excellent.
Barnes and Noble, Walmart.
So, SherryWherry.com.
Yeah, so SherryWherry.com, you can go and find information about the book, about me. But you can also, like, say, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you want to take advantage of that, you can go to Amazon and purchase the book from there as
Excellent.
well.
Excellent. Now talk to us about New Choices real quick. Let's close out.
So New Choices, we have orientation this Friday at 10 a.m. and next Thursday, the 22nd at 1 p.m. You don't need to come to both. Classes start February 26th. It's 5 weeks of empowerment, of job readiness, and building your self-confidence. Ken is going to be the primary instructor for that, so you're going to get some awesome individuals who are here to support you and help build up your professional repertoire so that you can go and achieve the goals that you want to achieve.
The orientations take place where?
At the Urban League of Philadelphia. So that's 121 South Broad Street, here in Philly, and we are on the 9th floor.
The classes will take place where?
On Mondays and Wednesdays, it's at the Free Library of Philadelphia South Broad Branch, and then on Tuesdays, it's going to be at the Urban League.
Excellent, excellent. Phone number, email address?
Yeah, so my work email address is swherry@urbanleaguephila.com. That's SWHERRY at urbanleaguephila.org. And then my work phone number is 215-985-3220, extension 212.
Excellent.